Control Center, we have successfully landed on Miller's planet. So far, the entire ground surface is covered in water. All I see is water. Control Center, come in. I see life. It's a flower. Much like the ones we have back on Earth. I'm taking my first steps on the land. It's soft, but not as soft to sink in. It's sand, and the color of amber. I also see structures of some kind. They look abandoned. There's so many colors. I wish you could see it. It's beautiful.
So, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Where do I even start? Well, for starters, my room has changed a bit, as you see. Got the new prints, super happy how those turn out. Also got a gear cage, and sorry for disappearing for over a month. A lot has happened, but this video should explain it all. I came up with an idea to make a photo shoot inspired by a movie, and this was already back in August. Fast forward 1 month, and in September I decided to make this happen. So I sat down and started to think, and out of the top of my head, I started to list all my favorite movies, and at the top there was none other than Interstellar. In my opinion, it's the best space movie, if not the best movie of all time. The storytelling, the visuals, the thought process, the plot twists, all the small details, there's just no other movie like that. It's a masterpiece. If you haven't seen that movie, then please do, and you can thank me later. The movie itself has quite complex visuals, but there was one scene that I thought I could try to recreate, or at least make it in my own way, which I did. In the movie, Miller's planet was shown as a planet that is covered entirely in water, and it has gigantic waves. And the mission was unsuccessful because it wasn't a suitable planet for humankind to live on. So I thought, what if there's another side of Miller's planet on which life actually exists? I also thought about just recreating the whole scene, but then again I couldn't imagine myself shooting the whole roll of film just with the astronaut posing in the sea. I wanted to bring something more to the table. First, I started with making a plan and understanding what I need to make this happen. By looking at this scene, everything looks pretty straightforward. I need an overcast day, and luckily for me, I live in the Netherlands and there is at least 300 overcasty days a year, so that's checked. The next thing I see is water, where water meets the horizon. Once again, Netherlands comes in handy because it has large coastline with the North Sea. Last but not least, okay, let's keep the spaceship out of the frame, I need an astronaut suit. And oh boy, it was a tough one. That's where the whole month disappeared. Buying one wasn't an option. You can either get jumpsuits for $50 that look like complete crap, no! Me. Or you have to buy a replica, which starting price is around $2,000. And that's still fairly cheap for a spacesuit, as most of the replicas are usually around $10,000. So there was no in between, and I was left with no other option than try to build it myself. The story about how I made it and where I got all the parts, I will save for another video. So after a month of painting and making many mistakes, it was finally done. Of course, it's not perfect, but it's enough to sell the effect. And now, besides the photo shoot, I have a pretty cool decoration in my room. By the way, how should I name him? I feel like it needs to have a name, like Freddy? Could he be Freddy? Does he look like Freddy? You know what? You can actually guys choose the name. Type your ideas down in the comment section and I will choose my favorite one. And yeah, that sounds like a plan. And in return, you can choose one of the photos from this photo shoot, and I will frame it and print it and frame it and send it out to you. So I'm curious what you guys are gonna come up with. After getting all the parts, it was finally the time to do the shoot. And to be honest, it wasn't the easiest task. I decided to go to The Hague, which I thought was the best location for this shoot, but it wasn't even possible to get all the parts of the spacesuit in a big ass suitcase. So with our hands full, 2-hour trip ahead of us, transfers and running, well, you can imagine, it was a hassle. Alright, we are finally here. The weather is perfect. Maya is happy once again. And now it's time to unpack stuff and get suited.
Once again, I sign up to do not so smart things.
She doesn't mean that.
What? Help.
We run into a small issue, so we need to wait a little bit. Okay, the photo shoot is done. Bye, Maya. I'm actually leaving. She's all alone with all the kids and people around. I'm out. Bye. It was so cool to see so many people smiling, taking photos, talking with us. It was like Maya was a rock star. Actually, let's ask her how she felt about it. Maya? Come in. Come in. How did it feel being a rock star in The Hague?
A rock star?
Like people were taking photos and smiling and like, you know?
I felt more like one of those, you know, people that like dress up in costumes and they go out and then like they're like, oh, do you want to take a picture with me? And then a person takes a picture and then they're like, oh yeah, actually you need to pay for this, you know? I felt like one of those people that is just like, yeah. Or like, you know, like all the Mickey Mouses and princesses in Disneyland. And then they just be.
I thought being a rock star is
just like, huh.
I thought being a rock star is a bit cooler, but if you feel that way, okay. By the way, she also has a YouTube channel. What are you posting on YouTube? On your YouTube? I'm giving you a shout out now.
Giving me a shout out?
I feel like you earned it. It's not like I have a lot of subscribers, but
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm mainly posting kind of like university life plus certain sort of, I don't know, realizations I've had through the past few years about, taking a break or comparing yourself to others and, that kind of stuff. Just having a conversation with my 45 subscribers.
Nice. Gang, thanks. I will finish up the video. Yeah, give her a subscribe. She deserves it for this shoot. She was out in the wind and cold with her feet wet, and yeah, I'm super happy that she even agreed on this. And I probably don't deserve best boyfriend badge for this. To be completely honest with you guys, I'm not super happy about the result. The idea was there, but I feel like I executed it poorly. Out of 15 photos, there is like 6 photos that I'm okay with. And it kind of bums me out to be only okay with something where I put so much time, money, and energy in. The biggest problem I think was that after putting so much work into it, I was hungry to take those photos. But in the end, I just rushed the time of the photo shoot. I think these photos would have looked way more cooler if I would have taken them around the golden hour time to have that warmth and happiness in them. But we live and learn, it is what it is. I'm still happy that I did this shoot, and some photos did turn out pretty okay, so it's not that bad after all. It's just not my favorite work I have created, but this is not the end for this guy, and I have one more idea, so I hope I can redeem myself. Okay, that's a wrap, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. This whole time I posted updates on the spacesuit and the behind the scenes of the photo shoot. So if you miss me and are wondering what I've been up to when I'm not posting on YouTube, hit follow on Instagram. Also, a like button for this video would be highly appreciated, as any other like button on this channel. And consider subscribing to see more. Some other cool things are coming your way. And yeah, keep creating, buddy, and I will leave you with the intro.
Control Center, we have successfully landed on Miller's planet. So far, the entire ground surface is covered in water. All I see is water. Control Center, come in. I see light. It's a flower. Much like the ones we have back on Earth. I'm taking my first steps on the land. It's soft, but not as soft to sink in. It's sand, and the color of amber. I also see structures of some kind. They look abandoned. There's so many colors. I wish you could see it. It's beautiful.